Jeff from Stormwatch.
Jamie, Battle of 13.
All right. I guess I'll go from this side to that. What year did you jump into the Philadelphia hardcore scene? Would you say?
Well, technically, I was never from Philadelphia.
I know.
I live in Delaware, but Philadelphia is always my home. Always down here in Philadelphia, like hanging out way back, like yada yada yada. As long as I can remember, coming out in the hardcore scene, boy scenes, punk scenes, whatever. Dating back to the 80s, and yeah, I lived in Delaware, but technically I sleep there, hang out here, me and this guy, lots of other people. Yeah, our shows have fun, crackheads, and all that good shit.
When did you start, Jamie Davis?
Hey, I grew up near closer to Trent, like City Gardens days. I used to go probably mid-80s, like probably like 85, something like that. I came down to Philly to club pizzazz and stuff. Sometimes, usually just went to City Gardens, club pizzazz, late 80s.
Sweet.
I was pretty young then. And about like late 80s, 90s, it was came down there. There wasn't as many shows in Philly for a while after Pizzazz shut down for a long time. A lot of fights.
Well, we started technically in 1990 unofficially, 1991 officially. And at that particular time, like 1988 to 1991 or whatever, we were all just a bunch of friends. Going out to fucking hardcore shows and shit like that. And we were always just drinking and fighting, doing all this shit, you know. At that time, we went wherever shows were. New York City, we traveled down there. Philadelphia, like you said, Pizzazz, we were always there. Always at Unisounds at Reading, PA. Every fucking week, fights, yada, yada, yada. So eventually in 1991, I'm like, all right, well, I'm traveling around seeing everybody else's band. We start my own fucking band. And me and my friend Tim, terrible. We said, okay, let's start our own band. We started Stormwatch, and that went from pretty much 1991 to 1998. We broke up in 1998, and when we broke up then, Tim joined up with Bad Luck 13 and all them guys and did their own thing. I did my own thing, yada yada. And yeah, we all been best friends ever since, and fucking 20, 30 years going straight. We're all still boys.
Bad Luck pretty much started, I guess about 16 years ago by now, something like that, 17, I'm not even sure. But we were just sick of, I don't know, it was kind of when all that emo stuff started going around, and you liked the old hardcore and punk, and that feeling you went to a show, you weren't sitting, you were scared. Being scared was part of the reason you liked it. You know, you weren't friends with everybody when you walked in the door. You know, I mean, that's why you were different from everyone else, the rest of the world. We all just got together, we're a bunch of drunks. I shouldn't even say that. There's plenty of straight edge people that have been in Bad Luck. But,
Yeah.
Plenty of straight edge friends in general.
Yeah, we all just got together and started a band just to put the hard packet on, make it. Though older people in older bands, they all got what we were doing, and they understood. All the young kids got all offended, and you know. I mean, the shows we only played about 2 minutes were our best shows there.
Yeah, exactly. All tested that.
I would say the Dutch Club in Frankfurt was about 2 minutes, and it was like the best 2 minutes.
What was that one of those first ones in Philly? Yeah, is that what that was?
Yeah, Joe Hardcore put that on. Joe Hardcore put us on all the time, he didn't care. I mean, and then we did other shit. We toured. We did whole country with 6 Feet Under. Well, we didn't do the whole country with them, but we did, you know, going on tours. It's different outside of Philly. But there's some great old Philly bands like Wide Eye, Pagan Babies. Great old. Philly always had shit going on. You know, they always had shows.
Even the Uprise.
Yeah, the Uprise.
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's just like Philadelphia back in the day kind of fell under the radar because New York was a lot more polarized. I mean, a lot of that shit was like, you know, you had comps coming out back in the day. New York hardcore the way it is. New York hardcore the rock things are. And granted, much respect to that. That was all great shit. But I mean, that's what a lot of the focus was. But there was a lot of good stuff coming out outside of New York that kind of flew under the radar. And a lot of that was happening right here. We were all friends. We skated the half pipe.
Unisound was.
Past sheer terror about Unisound. I love it.
Yeah,
He'll take this.
They did have some good bands. I mean, he wasn't very good with Tank. He had a lot of things like that. I wasn't in a band, so it didn't matter.
Well, at that time too, like I was in Reading, Pennsylvania, and a lot of us in Philly, Delaware, whatever. That's a 2-hour drive, and that showed the level of commitment we all had back in the days. We all drove every fucking weekend. We all drove 2 hours. This is the hardcore show. It could be like Judge, the Iceman, Sick of It All, Biohazard, you know, this one, that one. I mean, every fucking weekend, wasn't it? We were pretty much every weekend. We were like 2-hour drive to go see a fucking hardcore show. And, you know, just like anything else, we go there and party in the parking lots. A lot of times it ended in violence.
The Nazis were showing up.
Back then it was different than nowadays. There was like, back then it was like you had your Nazis on the one hand, your antis on the other hand, your don't give a fucks on the other hand, and people were always fighting, yada yada yada. Nowadays it's a whole different ball of wax, but when you're 18 years old,
I think you're changing.
yeah, you think you're changing the world, you're not changing shit.
It used to be all right. I mean, I went to Wally's, I went to Oliver J's, which was in Allentown, but then airport got worse and worse. At first it wasn't that bad, and then it just, that place
Was there any reason they were just letting the Nazis in there? Was it like, did they have like pull at the place? Did they just kind of figure this is where the bar money is? Like,
that's all they was there.
yeah.
Well, that was that area. I mean,
Yeah.
That's all they were.
at that particular time, that was that area. So that was the crowd. So I mean, you know,
And pretty much kids
that was their money. You
Yeah.
know? So they were like kind of like here, what their money crowd was.
And a lot of the people, they were like, well, I'm friends with those people just because you had to be.
Yeah.
Or else you couldn't go see a show.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like back then, like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember. Yeah, I mean, I was 19 years old probably, and like standing in the parking lot, me and maybe 20 of my friends, like we're out in the parking lot. We all had like baseball bats, brass knuckles, fucking every weapon you can imagine, ready to fight like 100 people, and it just never happened.
Most of the time, it never really. One person.
It was it was like it was always isolated. For every time we went there was always like that whole tension in the air thing going on, but nothing ever really like broke out. A couple times it did, but for the most part, it really could have been a lot worse than it was at that particular place. I mean, it was a lot worse than other places.
I didn't go to that.
Like, a lot of that shit was in those days was counterproductive to me. But when you're young, drunk, you live for violence, that's what we did. I didn't care who else fighting, we just fought.
You know, in the early days, Philly was huge. Philly was one of the biggest places before my time.
Mm-hmm.
Early 80s. But it kind of died off. For a while, there wasn't many bands because there wasn't any place for them to play.
See, what Jamie's talking about, like back in those days, like Philly was huge. Like, as far as we were coming up, I had a lot of Oi influences, whatever you want to call it. There was a shit ton of fucking Oi and like skinheads and shit like that coming out of Philly. It was fucking monstrous back then. Like, it was Philly pretty much at that particular period of time, late 80s, early 90s, had one of the biggest fucking skinhead countries. I mean, skinhead scenes in the entire country. I mean, yeah, most of them were like white power bands and shit. Like, a lot of those bands, I mean, shit, Arresting Officers, Elite Terror, a lot of those bands, I mean, were good, but I mean, I didn't necessarily like agree with their message or whatever. Yeah. But I mean,
We get Lime Cell.
Lime Cell, Arresting Officers.
That's like news from that.
Yeah, we can all agree with that. I mean, it's just anger, you know. I mean, I don't. That's not what you want to hear, I'm sure. But I mean, I don't know. Like seriously, for all these people like bitching and belly aching about stuff, they know what they're fucking getting into.
It's better security.
You know? But, I mean, with Bad Luck 13, or even us in Stormwatch, or whatever, I mean, we've been banned, not on the level as them, but you know what you're getting into. It's a fucking party, there's going to be violence, there's going to be beer flying, there's going to be fucking heads busted. Yeah, I mean, people like get all like their panties in a bunch about shit. But you know what you're signing up for. You collect your fucking money. You get your money. Then you bellyache and bitch about it. That's how everybody does.
I mean, I played the Kyber every year forever. I worked at the Kyber for years. And I'd clean up after we played. And they didn't care. You know? Like,
and I've been on shows for them guys, like, how many years running were we doing, like, Bad Luck and Storm my shows, like, in Delaware, where we were destroying pretty much a club.
yeah, they'd be happy anyway.
And they'd be happy. Because the owner of that club, which I won't say on camera, will say, damn, that's the most money I've made, you know, doing any shows. But, I mean, you know, it's all fun. It's just like, okay, you clean your shit up. It was still a fucking good time. Everybody still made money. I had a good time. The fuck's the harm in it? Me and this guy, and me and tons of shit ton of people over there. We go back 20, 30 fucking years now. You know, I'm fucking in my early 40s now, and like, these guys have been my friends for the better part of my life, since my teen years. And we're still here. We grew up together, we fought together, we bled together, we felt pain together, we felt happiness together. We're still fucking here. Yeah, a lot of our fucking friends have died. A lot of our friends are sitting in jail. We carry on. We're all still here. I mean, you don't see that in everyday life.
Yeah, nobody I know, like,
You don't see that amongst all these fucking frat boys, yuppies, jocks, yada yada yada, douchebags that are out there in the fucking world. And yeah, I'm talking to you, all you fucking douchebags. You don't see this at all. This level of camaraderie and brotherhood that we have all established, and that includes you, everybody fucking part of this scene in one way or another. We're all part of the same fucking family.
you can go anywhere and find somebody you relate to.
Yeah. Exactly. I can, like, nowadays, with all the contacts that I have, the contacts that he has, I can go anywhere in this fucking country, anywhere in Europe, know somebody, and that's my brother. You don't see that in everyday life. At all.
I don't even get it. I like buying advance tickets to hardcore shows. It was unheard of. They didn't even have them. You went there, sold it. You know, like buying them the day at 9 in the morning on a Friday. People gotta work.
It's counterproductive.
Like, how the hell do I buy a ticket to some show when I gotta work? You know,
It's counterproductive to what the scene's supposed to be about. Like he said, well, you're supposed to work. Okay, we're all working class, but let's all sit home on our mommy's fucking computer and order tickets to go to a show and be hardcore. You're a bunch of fucking dorks, kids.
yeah, it's just like.
If you don't like that, come fight me. How many bands we discovered just on like blind box?
It's like that.
It's a cool album cover. We picked this up. That's how I fucking found Judge. That's how I found this one and that and the other one. I picked it. Yeah, I mean, you pick this shit up and it's like, oh, this looks cool. Let me buy this. You take it home. You like it, don't like it. If you don't like it, oh well, it just goes away and you never talk about it.
That's like what shows. People would sell 70 shit. I got it, like $3, whatever. I'll buy it if it sucks. At least $3.
Yeah, it won't be dopey.
Yeah.
You know. These days,
Not knowing that I can sell
all
it
these
for
fucking
100.
all these like fucking all these self-righteous dorks nowadays sit around their mommy's little fucking computer and they're like, oh, that's not hardcore enough for me. Like, they don't know fucking jack dick about hardcore. And yeah, I'm talking to you, you little dorks. And then you're like jack dick about fucking hardcore, you little fucking mama's boy pussies. Say what you want to do. Hard music don't make you hard.
And the whole thing is, people don't. Back then, you went to every show, punk, hardcore, like underground thrash metal. Not like, you know.
Oh, we did.
But that was all pretty much
Sacred
one
Reich,
scene.
Creator.
That was all like one scene. Like
Yeah, back
you
then,
found
yeah.
everything because
Hard music, yeah, it was a whole fucking big thing.
And then, but now it's like I only like this exactly.
But now you, oh, here you go. But now you have hardcore bands talking shit on metal bands while trying to sound metal. Yeah. Oh, metal chunking riffs.
Yeah.
Okay, these fucking metalheads while they're doing their
punk rock. Well,
yeah.
where would hardcore do that?
Exactly. It's all the same shit, people. Seriously. Like DRI, COC, bands like that who bridge the gap. I mean, to me, are priceless because bands like that saw. Like, this is all the same shit. It's just different. I mean, it's the same but different. The feeling's the same. It's like,